Hi guys, this is Molly with Soul School Spiritual Guidance and Healing, and I just wanted to come on and share with you guys a channeled message that's been coming up again and again in some of my readings. I talk about it a little bit, but it's definitely been something that I've been meditating on a lot, and I really want to share with you guys, okay? It is definitely a guided message. I have a particular guide that I have been working with that I do want to kind of share that information with you, but I'm just going to go ahead and summarize what I'm here to talk to you guys about today. And the term that I want to give to it is compassion consciousness. There's another term for this type of consciousness that is actually a little bit of a trigger word for a lot of people who have been subjected to religious manipulation and abuse throughout their lifetime, whether it is by individuals or institutions. All right. The word that I can use instead of compassion consciousness is Christ consciousness. Okay. A lot of people, you talk about Jesus and they're like, oh no, I'm getting out of here. I did not sign up for this. And I just want to let you guys know that Jesus Christ is actually one of my personal guides that I've been working with for some time. You can think of him as sort of an ascended master. And this is somebody who came to this world at a particular time with a particular message. And honestly, I never really thought about it. Maybe the Mormons are kind of right that he actually has incarnated multiple times. Okay, this particular soul has incarnated multiple times on this earth. And at the same time, we've also had multiple Christs. Okay, Muhammad the Christ, Buddha the Christ, Krishna the Christ. The word Christ is a title which just means it's like the next evolution of the human being. Okay, so when we talk about the ascension grid, it's also the Christ consciousness grid, the compassion consciousness grid. And what I mean by this, if you guys are into like New Earth philosophies, in the way that I see it, it's actually a stellated dodecahedron. If you guys want to Google that, that's what the shape of it is, and it's an energetic grid that surrounds our planet. It is being guarded by certain spiritual energies at this time, who also are informing a lot of the messages that I share with you guys. And it's there for us to reach if we so choose. And once we reach that energy, it's just this beautiful higher vibrational energy. And once you're connected to it, you have the ability to take that energy and kind of send it back down. I want to see if I can find the card that came up in the reading that I did earlier on my live. I like to do a little like Starseed special at the end of my weekly tarot scopes if I have the energy. And there is this one particular card that it's just an illustration of what I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, energetically. Okay, so if you can imagine, there's this energetic grid surrounding the earth, and through the process of ascension we can access that energy. Okay, but then it's our job to bring it back down and like share it, almost like sow the seeds across the earth, and just share that energy with other people, model it for other people. Okay, so and that is the ascension of the planet. That's the ascension of humanity, the ascension of mankind. And compassion is what is most central to it. All right. In fact, if you want to go into the mythology of Jesus Christ, who ushered him into the world, the Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary is for me, another guide who has been very instrumental in my life in helping me understand the importance of compassion. So that's what we're going to talk about today, okay? We're going to get these back in because I want this picture to be out here, but I don't need any other distractions. Here's a very specific message that I want to share with you guys, all right? And it's a little bit of it's just, I want us to be aware. I want us to be conscious of the messages that we are consuming, specifically when you are on YouTube and you're watching YouTube tarot readers, specifically when you are doing like self-love and self-help philosophies, and you're looking at spiritual guides and coaches and even just like memes and things like that online that have the intention of empowering you, but are doing so in a non-compassionate way. It's just not the most compassionate way for us to empower ourselves, okay? What I'm specifically talking about is the narrative that if somebody is incapable of loving you, that they are an asshole, that they are a bad person, that they're a piece of shit, that it's their failure that makes them incapable of loving you. And I'm gonna be real with you, there are people out there who just choose to not try to engage with that at all. They're not trying to heal themselves. They're not trying to, it's like people who are so hurt, they wanna see other people hurting, right? But the fact of the matter is we all need healing. This is the message that's coming through, okay? We all are in need of healing. We're all in need of compassion for ourselves and others, okay? And I see this left and right on, like with YouTube tarot readers, that and not everybody's like this, but it's just this message, and I'm going to talk about why it is a harmful message to perpetuate. It's just this message that if somebody is emotionally unavailable to you or inadvertently hurting you because they don't understand how hurt they are, that they're a terrible person. And you just want to write them off. F them. Okay? They deserve what they get. You know what? You should never, ever, 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 ever pray for someone else's karma. Because there's laws in the universe that make sure it's going to come to them, right? But you should never gloat at somebody else's karma. Because the universe sees that and they're going to take in little notes. Okay, next time we got to send them a karmic lesson. We're going to, we're just going to remember this. All right? I'm just letting you guys know the messages. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay? But here's the thing, we all need healing. And sometimes we all need healing and we all crave healing. But some of us won't admit to ourselves the things that we need to in order to do the healing. Or we can't see all the pieces of the puzzle. Okay? Or we want to love somebody, we want to receive their love, but we don't realize that we're incapable of returning it, reciprocating it to them. All right? So if somebody has hurt you, the most healing way to look at that is through a lens of compassion. And it doesn't benefit them. It benefits you. All right? Because looking at somebody as, oh, they hurt me, they can't love me, they're not ready for me, which the honey pie, once you get on this path of healing, not everybody is. But you have to have compassion for them. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. What are you projecting on that person that you assume that they had all their shit together? Is that what you think is normal? Do you think everybody out there except for you is so healed that they're ready for love, they're capable of love, they have completely all of the tools that they need in their toolbox in order to love you the way that you deserve to be loved? You think everybody else is walking out there just healed? Oh no, baby doll. No, we're all in need of healing, right? So there's one flaw in that narrative, okay? Because we often seek out in others what we can't give to ourselves. So if you're seeking out healedness in others, work on the healedness within yourself, okay? That's a very important message that's coming through. But also, don't assume that there's something wrong with you because you're still in need of healing. Everybody is in need of healing. There's something special about you because you are aware of it. You are conscious of it. You are on the healing path. Okay? Bless you for being in that mindset, right? Because only then is healing possible. All right? But don't assume that people who are unaware of their own unhealedness are out to get you. Because what that does, that perpetuates a narrative of people are out to get me. And when you're playing that story in your head, the universe sends in they're showing me, like I was talking today about this clip I saw from Dolores Cannon, who does past life regressions, and she talks about people are like, hey, when I'm on the other side, I was like, oh shoot, that's a play. It's just, the whole thing is a play. And I talk a lot about the role that we are taught to act out and the script that we are given by society. And here's the thing, as long as you are playing out the script of, I attract terrible people, I attract people who hurt me, I attract, like people who hurt me are assholes, then the universe keeps, it's like they're showing me like more and more characters just coming in from backstage to help feed that scene. Do you know what I mean? The story that you tell yourself, I don't know how else to say it. You're on stage, okay? You're playing out your role in this life. Okay, you don't realize that improvisation is possible. You don't realize that it's your story. At any point in time, you can just start acting out the story that you want to see and not the script that's been handed to you. But it's almost like the universe are the stagehands. The forces of the universe are the stagehands, and they're backscene, and they got props, and they got backdrops, and they got actors. They got more and more like what's the word that I want? Like supporting roles, right? Like other actors, people, they will just keep sending you into your life who support that narrative, okay? So the next time you find yourself, oh, that person hurt me, F that person, that's a terrible person, they're not ready for me, they get what they deserve. Baby doll, we're all in this together, okay? If you adhere to the law of one, there is no other. There's only other selves. So when you realize that, I'm saying there are evil people out there, okay? But most of the people that you meet who are incapable of loving you the way you deserve to be loved are just incapable of loving you the way you deserve to be loved. They're not terrible people, okay? If you tell yourself that they're terrible people, then you're also telling yourself that you attract terrible people, okay? If you realize, you know what, that person couldn't love me in the way that I wanted to, or that person hurt me, understand that that's a reflection of, sometimes it's just the way we hurt ourselves. Sometimes it's a reflection to show you how you're different. Right? It's a foil character, is what they call that in literature. They send in somebody who's so different from you that it clarifies who you are to yourself. But sometimes they send in people who are just going to reflect back to you your own need for healing. Okay? So the more that we throw people into piles of, they don't deserve me, they don't deserve love, this person couldn't help me, this person hurt me. Like, the more we do that, the more we're dividing ourselves, the less we're working towards compassion consciousness. We are all hurt. We all need healing. When somebody hurts you, understand it's because they need healing. Not your job to give it to them. Unless it's a reciprocal energy exchange, okay? That's very important. But understand, I keep seeing this over and over and over and over again. And it's unhealthy. It's not good for you, and it's not good for us as a whole. It's not good for our ascension, okay? So understand, sometimes people are just not available to love you in the way that you deserve because they're either lost on their healing journey or they're deeply fixated on that. And we should give them compassion and love regardless of what boat they're in, okay? Give yourself compassion and love for everything. Everything. If you say to yourself, you know what? Yeah, I didn't love myself in the past, and therefore I attracted people who are not capable of loving me. Give yourself compassion for that. Love yourself through that. Forgive yourself for that. Forgive them for it. Okay? That's the message that's trying to come through at this time. So just try the alternative. Next time you find yourself saying, this person's an asshole, can you believe that they just need healing like the rest of us? Okay? It shifts your heart in a really, really, really big way. And I got like, y'all, I can't even tell you what I see behind me right now. It's like this crew of spirit, of ascended master, of your guides, of angels that have come in to back me up to deliver this message to you guys. Because when you adopt that narrative towards other people, it doesn't do a thing to them. It only hurts you. Okay? All right? Compassion towards others is compassion towards self. It's compassion towards all of mankind. All right? Thank you guys for being here. I love you so much. Take care, and I'll see you soon.